Hey, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com. Today we're looking at a slow blues solo with some advanced and tricky features in it. We're going to be doing some blow bends, triplets, fast licks, some tongue techniques, slapping, octaves, flutters, that sort of stuff, overblows, and we're going to be talking about playing with musical time as well. So just as we did in the beginner lessons and the intermediate lessons, the YouTube lesson today will be on solo 1 of these advanced lessons. If you'd like to learn solos 1, 2 and 3, then there's a premium lesson I've put together and there's a link beneath the video to find out more about that. If you're enjoying my premium lessons, then consider becoming a member of my member zone, where for $19.99 a month you get access to all of my premium lessons and tabs. That's a growing collection because I'm putting a new one up every single week, and if you sign up today for a year in advance, then you get 2 months absolutely free as well. There's a link to that beneath the video. So you heard me playing solo 1 at the start of the video. There's some tricky lines in there, timing wise and techniques. I really want to push you with this one and give you something to aim for. So let's have a look at the tab. We'll take it through line by line and I'll bring up any techniques or difficult things as we go. So line A of solo 1 on a C harmonica is something like this. Okay, so let's just talk about the notes first. Well, we're starting with a 2 and 5 draw kind of split, which I'll explain the technique in a minute, and then a 2 draw, and then a 2 draw full step bend, 2 draw again, and 3 draw semitone bend. Okay, so this split at the start, I mean, we're jumping in at the deep end here. What it is a 4-hole mouth width, so holes 2 to 5, and then I put my tongue down the middle to block 3 and 4, so that they won't play, but then you hear 2 and 5 play, and that's what gives it that dirty sound. It's a flattened 7th interval, which is just a kind of gritty sort of sound. Now that's an important technique if you want to imitate what you've heard me play. I have a premium set of lessons on tongue blocking technique, which goes through all of from the basics of tongue blocking itself, and then the octave splits and that split, and tongue flutters, tongue switches, and tongue slaps, and all that stuff. So I'll if I remember, I'll put a link to that beneath the video as well. If I haven't remembered, just tell me in the comments and I'll add it. But if you can't do that technique, or you don't want to do that technique, you can just play the 5 draw. It just doesn't sound as kind of big and full and fat. So 2 and 5 split for 4 beats for a full bar, and then a nice 2 draw with some vibrato. I've got a free YouTube lesson on playing vibrato, so do have a look on YouTube for that as well if you need to learn that technique. And then we've got 2 draw full step bend, 2 draw, and then 3 draw semitone bend. Again, put some vibrato on it if you can. Playing vibrato on bends can be one of the most tricky things to do. So, I mean, as I say, I'm throwing you in at the deep end, but you know, I did say it was advanced. So even in that first line, we've got splits and the vibrato, and of course the draw bend. So some difficult stuff just in line A. So line B. I really like this line just because of the way it plays with the timing. Okay, so we've got a 2 and a 5 kind of, I don't know what to call it, a sweep or a kind of trill, I suppose. And then, I'll explain that more in a minute, don't worry. And then a 6 blow, 5 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw bend, 4 blow, 4 draw, 3 draw, semitone bend twice, and then 2 draw full step bend, 1 draw bend, and then 1 draw that bends down. Okay, so hell of a mouthful. Let's do the first bit, the 2 and 5 draw. So it's the same idea as line A, where you kind of your mouth's over those 4 holes, but you're blocking out the middle ones. but my tongue is actually going side to side to get that kind of sound. So you actually hear kind of intermittently, you hear the 2 and then you hear the 4. Instead of hearing them both at the same time constantly, it's kind of 2 and 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. And that's the kind of sound that I'm getting. And then that's from 6th blow right to the end. Really, really kind of flowing line, and it's the timing of it. And right at the end there, we're kind of doing what I sometimes call a roll off. We kind of just, you're just bending that note and then almost going off the end of the harmonica just to kind of stop it. Okay. Now at this point, it changes to the 4 chord. So we're up to bar 5 for line C. And this is one of the lines that I like to call free time, in the sense that sometimes with a slow blues like this, I mentioned this a little bit in the intermediate lesson, with a slow blues, there's lots of room to play stuff that doesn't necessarily, you couldn't tell what the note values were. You know, you couldn't, I couldn't tell you sometimes because they'd be different every time, or they wouldn't, you know, you're not even trying to keep time almost. Now, if you do that all the time with every note and every line, it's horrible. But sometimes it's nice to just sort of have that freedom to pull it forward or push it back. Anyway, so you've got a bit of freedom with this line C, but the note, so you've got 4 draw bend, 4 blow, 3 draw semitone bend, and then 2 draw 3 times. The third one you want to put a really nice vibrato on it, and then a 3 and a 6 blow octave. So. And that 3 and 6 blow octave especially, I mean, I'm not even thinking about where I'm hitting it in terms of, if you listen to the backing track, or rather to the demo at the start of the video, it's kind of just like a bang. It just sort of, it's mainly supposed to be a texture in a sense. That's its dominant kind of function, maybe. And then line D is all of that again up to the 2 draw with vibrato, but then we've got, okay. So we've got a 6 blow twice, and then a 5 draw, 4 draw, 4 blow, and a 3 and a 4 draw double stop. But that's not the full story. So you might be wondering what all the symbols mean. Well, the SL is slap, so I'm slapping the 6 blows and the 4 blow, and then we've also got some vibrato on the 3 and 4 draw. So slapping is, I'm starting with my tongue off, and then I put it onto the harmonica to create a tongue block shape. And you get a kind of rhythmic sound to it. Again, it's in my e-course on tongue blocking technique, but you'll hear that. Like that. It's just adding that texture. Again, with all of these textures, you don't need them to play the notes, but they're kind of the everything outside the notes that makes it really cool, you know, I think, and makes it really sound good. So I'm trying to share all these secrets with you. I understand there's a lot of stuff to take in, so maybe take your time, pick and choose the ones that work for you, and the ones that you can do to set yourself kind of realistic targets. Okay, so 3 lines to go, and line E is pretty intense, so it's something like this. Okay, So I'm not sure I did the right amount of triplets then. It's hard to count when there's no backing track on. But we're starting with 4-draw bend into 4-draw into 5-draw. Like that. And we play that 12 times. And it's a triplet, so 3 notes per beat. Da 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 da. So. And then if you've got any breath left at this point, we're doing a little kind of rundown. So we're doing a 4 and 5-draw double stop, pulling on that with a bit of a bend first, then release and then bend again, and then slide down to 2-draw and put some vibrato on. Classic blues rundown. And then line F, 3-draw semitone bend twice, and then 2-draw full step bend, 2-draw. And then line G, we're getting to the turnaround. I love this line. So we've got 3-draw semitone bend, and then a 3-draw full step bend, 2-draw with some vibrato, 4-blow, 4-draw, 4 overblow. Now, if you can't play overblows, I know a lot of people that's not going to work for them. You could play the 5-blow or the 4-blow actually, but in the tab I've written 5 and the little asterisk with overblow, and then 4-draw again, 4-blow. 3-draw semitone bend, full step bend, 2-draw with some vibrato, and then 2-draw full step bend, 2-draw, 3-draw full step bend, and a 2 and a 4-draw octave. Again, you could play just the 4-draw, just the higher note if you can't get the octave. Whew! Loads of stuff in there. I've flown through those techniques, but hopefully hearing it at the start of the video and a combination of that and me explaining what's going on will give you some sort of insight into that solo. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this with me today. I've enjoyed writing this for you, so do give me your comments, and you can email contact@LearnTheHarmonica.com, and you can find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. If you'd like to learn 2 more advanced slow blues solos, then check out the premium lesson. There's a link beneath this video. And if you're enjoying my premium lessons, consider becoming a member. For $19.99 a month, you get access to all of my premium lessons and tabs whenever you want, just by logging into your membership area on my website. And if you sign up for a year in advance, then you get 2 months absolutely free. I've put a link beneath the video to find out more about the member zone as well. Until I see you again, good luck with your practice, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.